What's up, everyone? Come back with me. It's Ramnes. Today, I'm going to share my latest project during this long holiday regarding AI agent. You guys might be familiar with n8n, and we know that it's a workflow AI agent that let you create an agent just doing the drag and drop. I'm trying to create something similar like that, but more customizable since we create that thing from scratch. And this is the place when you put the API key for ChatGPT. You can change it to with Grok. You can change it with any other LLM. You can just put the endpoint for any other LLM you get from Azure, Vertex AI, or AWS. And Node palette is the place when you name the edges. The edges is the agent that work you assign the tags as tools, as a translator or anything. And this is the example workflow. It's a template that I've said in the further research. I could add more template for the agent, and in the right area here, I put node configuration. There are a lot of default configuration that I put here: advanced research planner, macro researcher, sector researcher, company researcher, risk assessor, and portfolio strategist. And the editing area here, the playground for node name, there are also prompt, so you can just drop down the prompt for the specific agent that would work for the specific task that you're gonna assign. So this workflow graph basically is how your tax could be assigned to all of your employee. So basically, you don't need employees that have to do multiple work. They might be overloaded or get burn out something. You just assign it to AI agent like portfolio strategies, advanced research planners, sector researcher, and all of the agent will do all the work simultaneously at the very same time. You just need to prepare the token cost, and you need to be wise about the cost spending. Then either you're gonna run for LLM endpoint, you pay per hour, hourly, or per token. It depends on your business purposes. And when everything is good, just save the changes. If you want to configure it for specific use case, you can do that. And you could also add rules that you're going to put here, if like rule here. So if I don't want to do anything, just skip this playground. And we can also delete the node. Just there's a delete button here. And we can back to the left side. In the left side, that there's a compile workflow. When the workflow is already uh, aligned with your business purposes, you can just click it. It means you could compile the workflow, and workflow compiled, and then you can just run the workflow, and it's running. We just need to wait how does the AI agent works, and we'll see how good it is compared to n8n. Since this is the beta version, of course, there's a lot of shortages, but we sure we're going to improve it later on to make human could do their work even faster than before. So instead of you just using one large language model, you can use eight or even more, orchestrating all of LLM at the very same time, and they're gonna doing variety of job. And let's see, it might be taking a while, but when it's finished, we can see the result. Is it aligned with our business purposes or not? And if it's aligned, of course, we could consider what type of costs that we're going to minimize by implementing this AI agent for business operational. Well, let's see. Well, guys, we can see the result right now, and this is the prompt for the entire analysis for the graph that we already set for the very beginning. And I want moderate capital appreciate over 5 to 7 years, willing to accept some market volatility, but avoid highly speculative asset, focus on tech and renewable energy, and that's a workflow. We have already run it. And we're going to see the logs detail starting workflow input, something like the large language model thinking, they are thinking, and the final thought, final message that ready to be delivered to the stakeholder is on the right side. We can just read it thoughtfully. Portfolio allocation strategy. Develop a diversified portfolio strategy tailored to mitigate risk and capital as an opportunity in technology and renewable energy sector, considering the identified geopolitical. It's gonna make sense because the tariff they've been implemented by Donald Trump could affect the trade, international trade, that could increase uh, the deficit and supply chain. It could affect the supply chain as well, and it could affect their prices because they set the tariff. And finance, it could expose to a new financial challenge as well. Portfolio strategy, technology sector, 50% allocation, diversification across geographic, 25%. It could reach from US-China trade tension by investing in technology companies with diversified revenue stream across multiple regions. Action allocate funds to multinational tech firm. It's gonna make sense. Strong presence in Europe and emerging markets such as Indonesia, uh, uh, such SAP and Samsung, local manufacturing, supply chain investment, rational, reduce the dependency of Taiwanese semiconductor because we know the tension between China and uh, Taiwan could affect the risk that the dependency for the semiconductor. That's the point. Action invest in the US, Europe, European semiconductor companies like Intel, ASML that are increasing domestic. That's gonna make sense so far. Innovation and R&D, 10%. And I'm not going to read all of the result here, but we can get a crystal clear insight from the final output. It's really representing about the graph that we set in here. We started goal and risk profiler, and then we go to advanced research planner, and then we go to micro researcher, and then we go to sector researcher, company researcher, uh, risk assessor, validator, portfolio strategies, and this all the thought that appears from web browse and any orchestrating thing that we already set in the workflow. And for the summary, for the conclusion, for uh, Ramner's work agent builder that I created myself, and this could be the real challenger for you. You guys already know Perplexity AI could do the deep research, but you cannot customize it. But this one, you can customize it. Well, see you guys next time. Feel free to put your suggestion, recommendation for the template workflow that be I might be adding here. So thank you for watching.